We're off.
Alrighty, welcome to The Process, the one and only, the podcast, The Process. We are live from Gregory Hills.
Man, I love your enthusiasm for the very first time that we've hopped on here.
Literally,
I was
I'm
not
like,
expecting that at all. I was just thinking like a mild
hey,
meek
guys.
introduction to potentially who we were.
just like, hi, nice to meet you. You know, we're in Gregory Hills, man. Freaking the headquarters we've set this up as at the moment. And man, it's actually finally good to be here.
It is. We've been talking about this since right before Christmas, so it's fun that we've actually finally said it. It's all coming to reality, really.
No, it is.
It's only been a thought up until now, so this is making it real that it's right now.
This is the biggest trip out, right? A thought turned into action and now into physical form. Like, it is actually happening in the moment of time. And we've actually probably envisioned this in our minds already multiple times. We've just manifested it. To finally get here, man, we're live.
It feels good. I walked past one morning and I was like, dude, we should do a podcast.
It was a random idea.
I just pulled my headphone out of listening to a podcast. I thought, bro, we could easily do this.
Yeah. And I was like, look, I'm the type of guy, I'll be honest with you, I am the type of guy that, number one, doesn't have his microphone straight. Can you notice this angle right now? I've really gone for this really sleek angle just to make it a little bit cooler.
I felt like I was hunching down to mine then.
Yeah, dude, I actually set this up. I was like this, right? And I was like, it's got to go to the side. Like, that just feels edgy. You know, in your face. Ooh,
I'm feeling comfortable sitting back, pulling it closer.
Whoa, this is a different experience. Hold on.
Just make sure it doesn't fall off the table.
Yeah. I'm like leaning far back.
Okay.
Surprised my chair doesn't break. Man. Anyway, as I was saying, you came to me with this idea. I'm that sort of guy, right? That I'm like, let's do it. Like, everything's a phenomenal idea at the time.
I reckon from the day I met you, I realized you and I were similar in the way that we both say yes to a lot of things.
Yeah, like, you just go with the freaking flow.
Instead of locking things out by saying no or declining initially, like a lot of people do that and it closes themselves down to potential opportunities. I feel like when you get to an age, you should really make a conscious effort of saying yes to things because you have no idea where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Like, I've said yes to so many things that, like, if you would have asked me 10 years ago, I would say, no, why would I do that?
Yeah, 100%. Well, look, put it this way. I'm so a yes person that I was actually scared saying yes. Dude, think about this. I want to be real with you right now. I was scared. I'm like, I've always wanted to do one or do something. I love entertainment. I love creating. That's what makes me feel alive. And when he said that, I'm like, out of everything now? I'm like, George, now?
Dude, do you know what was funny? Because when I actually asked you and you said yes so enthusiastically, I thought, shit, like, this guy speaks a lot better than I do and is a lot more intelligent, so I'm going to look like the dumb one on this.
Wow, no.
I just blew your head up real
Really?
big. Just
it's fast. Let me just contain that shit.
Bit of a compliment. But I was like,
thanks.
Oh, yeah, okay. And then, like, even
I was
didn't
like so quick at it. I was just so quick into the moment. I'm like, we should do this. And you know what? I know deep down the amount of value. Look, I'll tell you why I said yes, right? Because the amount of value we can deliver on just being open. Like, I know you're really open.
Yeah.
From the moment I met you, did we meet after you already started doing some sort of work, or like we sort of met after? We didn't meet on the first day, did we?
Yeah, no. I met Robin firstly here.
Yeah.
So we had an interview and we hit it off like straight away, like Robin.
Yeah, because I didn't. Something was going on, and I didn't know what was going on for a while. That's how crazy my life has become. Anyway,
yeah, it went all through our managing director for probably at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So everything, all back and forth communication, and then we got on a FaceTime.
Yeah. Well, so he's the general manager, right?
Yeah.
And so he pretty much just regulates all operations now, which is insane. So did we jump on a FaceTime?
Yeah. It was like 8 o'clock at night because that was when your schedule, or that was all you permitted in between now and then. That was the earliest I could get in, was like 4 days later at 8 p.m. And I was like,
whoa.
I was like, what is this kid doing that, like, I had to slot in a 20-minute interval at 8 p.m.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Dude, I remember I was sitting in my car in a car park after the gym.
I remember.
And I'd just finished at the gym. Like, my day was done and you were still like working.
Was I with Robin when he did the FaceTime?
Yeah, you were in clinic.
Wow, that is next level.
Yeah.
Dude, that's next level.
Yeah.
Wow. So look, that phase of my life, I was working insanely hard. You know, I took a lot of big steps in that time of my life. Just so everyone knows, I started the Foot and Ankle Clinic roughly 4 years ago now. It's turned into a company that's, man, I'm even losing track now. Robin told me 28 locations today. Wow. I always thought 20, but you know, we're at probably 28. I'm saying probably because I haven't even sat there and counted. Angus, we should put this on the website. But yeah, we're at 28. And the expansion was so big, and all I was doing, I was like, hey, I would have to obviously pay his wage. And I'm like, how can I make this guy work like an animal, right? How can I motivate him, right? How can I make him grow while I'm working, right? And trying to generate income. And we got to this point, like at that time, I was working so hard that I would wake up, I'd be up at 4:30. I was out the door so quick after a gym session, cold shower, and just working non-stop like a Trojan. Finish at 7, 8 o'clock, maximize the day, and Robin would follow me everywhere. And that's when we met George. And since then, you know, I mean, I have to commend you. Since then, think about what the company's done. We've started a second company. It's called Foot and Ankle Clinic Home, and it launched its first virtual model nationally across the country.
And that was essentially us three, our idea, and we brought that in, and that was
100%
successful because I was sort of I'm not taking the credit, but I was the leading podiatrist on it that sort of implemented and then was able to bring in clinicians underneath and teach them the system and made them all successful as well.
Man, and think about your level of implementation, but as well as operation so quickly in an uncomfortable zone. You were so proactive and going, okay, let's implement this. And you're like, I'm comfortable with you. And this is how I knew this would be a good idea, by the way, guys. I'm tying every conversation into this right now, right? But this was such a good idea. And that's why I said yes, is because of that attitude you implemented straight away. And I'm like, dude, this guy is cool. He is open. Yeah. Wow.
Do you know what? I think at the time, because a little bit of backstory about me while I inject this in, I own a medical and run a medical device company as well. So we sell sports rehabilitation equipment globally. So we sell to NRL teams, NFL teams, and that sort of stuff. So I was sort of in that mindset of business growth, and where I saw myself fitting in here, and we were starting things new. Like, I wanted to be on that as well. So I think you have a different mindset when you run your own business. You learn the learning curve of owning your business is the craziest thing ever. No one knows until you go through it. Like you can't even explain it. Like
even the pressure, right? I don't think a lot of people. Let me even speak for myself here. The pressure. You don't even know what level of pressure you're going to move to. With how much you try and reach for, but it gets so much more rewarding, and I'm kind of addicted to that. I'll be honest. I'm a freaking addict. I love it.
There's definitely a direct relationship with the pressure to reward.
And I don't have an addictive personality, sorry, but pressure reward,
yeah, right. But I see that, like how much pressure you put on yourself and on the business is directly related with the reward you reap from that. And people say that all the time, like you reap what you sow. And it makes it's 100% true in business. You only exactly get back what you put in. So it's.
So you had this good attitude, right?
I was keen to grow, build things. Like I knew that I was still doing my business on the side. COVID obviously changed a lot of our operations. Like we couldn't go international. Medical budgeting for a lot of sports teams just got down regulated. So I took a step back and I was like, look, I'm still doing that. There's still effort and time. I've invested a lot into that, but I need to obviously survive. So I was like, I need to go back working clinically. That was the decision. That'd be
so tough though, mentally. Think about that. You're exploding and then, something out of your controls hit you.
Yeah.
You've had to change so quick, and psychologically like, all right, now let's go hard in this direction.
Yeah.
Man, if a lot of people, if the weather wasn't right for them or a car cut them off, they think their day's not going their way. They quit, bro.
Yeah. Well,
they actually quit.
Well, think of this. I started that company right before COVID hit.
Yeah.
2 months before COVID hit, I started that. Me and my business partner put everything. We traveled all around the world to gather all these vendors and stuff, and then COVID hit.
Pretty cool podcast.
And we got all right for our first gig. then COVID hit, and like obviously trying to start a new business, it was 1, a new product, 2, a new company, 3, a new market. So I was trying to break all these difficult obstacles from the onset, having no business background at all. My business partner is he owns a construction company, but nothing to do with medical. But I didn't know anything about business.
Yeah.
I'd been an employee up until 2019.
That is crazy.
So
I've never actually worked for someone. Which is insane.
See, all of my work up until 2019 had been employee work. That's all. So I was learning. It was just this rush, and then COVID hit and just tanked everything. I was like, "Is business really this hard?"
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm not blaming COVID. Obviously, people have obstacles and worked around it, but it was hard. But yeah, I took a step back, came back clinically, and I absolutely love it. And the growth we've had since being here, because I think you, Robin, and I, we work very well. We've got the same goal. My goal is, and my vision as a clinician, the way my ethics fit exactly with what you guys were doing here. So I think that's why it was sort of a good transition, an easy transition in. Yeah,
and so you've come in, and then, and that background which you just mentioned, like, look, if you look at the changing factors and who you are and what it formed, man, that helps you take more opportunities in another positive environment. That's why they say, right? Surround yourself by key people that you want to be like or even learn from, because naturally, if you can be you, right, just be the real you, right, instill your ideas and vibrate at the same level. Think about this, right, for a sec. That will directly form way more opportunities than you ever thought possible, because you guys are all combining in a healthy way.
Yeah.
So as long as you keep it healthy and pure, it's fine.
I think that genuine side and that trust and all those skills, it's transferable.
Yep.
Like I didn't learn all that business acumen by starting that company and then start working for you and not utilize any of that.
Can I give you an example?
That all came across with me.
I'll give you the best example, because you're 100% right. You could have come in, and if you had a negative Nancy mindset, right? And you were like, oh, but why does this guy get this cut and I get this and I'm doing all the work and, defensive. As soon as you start to defend up like this, doing these ones, right? Bro, you stopped thinking with a pure mindset. And this is what I'm saying. Healthy, good energy comes in. Look at the opportunities, and I can guarantee you that's how much I feel what's going on, right? In my every day to day. This will foster so many more opportunities, and this medium will just be a projection, a voice to say, hey, this is what we're up to now.
Yeah.
Right?
This is purely a reflection of what we've been living the last 8 months.
Well, I heard this post, right? And this quote, your thoughts, right? Your current position is a reflection of your past thoughts.
Yeah.
Think about this.
Yeah.
So wherever you are right now, everyone just stop. Just stop. Hold on. Just stop. Just take a deep breath and activate your senses, your touch, your smell, your breathing, the whole lot, your sight. Where you are right now, and you got to be real about it, is a reflection of how you've been thinking over the last year, 2 years, 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 hours. Bro, wake up, man. I think if in 2 seconds you can change your thought pattern, 2 seconds, honestly.
Yeah.
20 seconds is more than long enough to reset, rechange, and then start to think the right way and project the right outcomes. But man, this is why we're here, and freaking this podcast is insane in the membrane.
I'm already having fun. Have you ever heard of expectancy theory?
No, hit me.
So I'm probably not the best to explain the complete concept.
How long I'm expecting my baby, or?
No, definitely not that long. But in short, it's obviously what you think and focus on the most is what you get.
Okay.
So that's long and short.
Dude,
that is just a short explanation. Is what you focus your energy and your thoughts onto is what's going to present itself. Yeah. So there's obviously a greater explanation.
Can I give you an example?
But that's the exact same concept. Yeah. It's the whole manifesting thoughts, which I truly do believe in that sort of stuff. Yeah. Quantum physics and epigenetics, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. You go hard, and that's what's intrigued me about you. In some of these areas, like, you go hard. Like the other day you had on your story.
I need to know. Listen
to this. You had this on your story. You're like, guys, listen, you come up with an educational post. Like this, if you got knee pain, it could be your foot, it could be your hips. You know, it's not necessarily your knee. Think outside the box. I'm even wearing toe spreaders.
The toe spreaders.
And the camera goes down.
Bro, I
Listen to this.
sped.
The camera goes down to George's foot. His toes are spread out wide and he's doing these ones.
I've got the little gel pads in between.
I'm like, shit, man, this guy knows some shit that I don't know.
Man, I need to know. I'm that person that I investigate everything.
Yeah.
If you were to talk to me about something today, a topic, I would look into it.
Yeah.
But man, please
So
don't.
I got a bit excited then. All right, yeah.
I could just imagine this tipping our coffees all over
I
this.
know. Oh my God.
This expensive rug.
After this hard day's worth of work. That's good,
no,
man.
mine's gonna.
I'm really excited. I think it's going to be really good. So the whole point of this podcast, in all honesty, is to be real, to reflect great ideas, to be able to allow, people that we want to connect with to, formulate and understand, this whole situation together, understand the process together, and then we'll sit here together and dissect problems. And how it will work is, you guys come up with questions. If you're watching, if you've ever thought this way, it's crazy because the process will directly create the result, right? And the whole point of the process is to follow something diligently so you can end up, fulfilled. Fulfillment will give you happiness, and happiness, will allow you to enjoy the present moment. It's really important. I meet a lot of people every day and they come in, they're so lost in their lives, 17 to 24 to 52 after having 2 kids to even their 70s, right? They still don't know what's going on. Wake up, guys. Remember, 20 seconds, get your mind right. And this is what the process is about. If we can understand the process, we'll get these results, we'll live a happier life. And you guys will formulate thoughts, send them to us, let us know what you want to hear, right? George will pick questions for me to answer and I'll pick George's. We'll go off, and understand the process a lot better together forever.
The end. No, look, I want this to be relatable.
Yeah, 100%.
Sanjay is 27 years old. I'm 29 years old. We all listen to a lot of personal development stuff. All these people are a lot older than us. Then there are people our age that are doing those things that we want to do. Mm. There are a lot of people like us that think like us, that are have growth mindset, that are thinking for big plans for the future. Mm. There are people out there. So don't think if you're thinking like that just because all your friends are partying and everything that you're the odd one out. There's a lot of us that think like that. So we want to be a resource for you, but we want to also use the thoughts of you guys to help send that message to others. Because if we can reflect what you guys are thinking, we can share that with the masses. Look, we're all here to create value and serve others in this life. I think what better way than mass serving by literally communicating between the people and us.
And you know what? I'll speak for myself. I actually have fun doing this.
Yeah, me too.
It's so fun.
Yeah, me too. I really do enjoy talking about this stuff. Angus over here is nodding. Angus is the guy that set up all our stuff.
Dude,
Angus
this
works
guy's the
with us
wizard.
at the Foot and Ankle Clinic, and he's a
he's the wizard.
part of the team here. So legend, absolute legend. I wouldn't have known how to set this up or plug it in.
You know what, Angus? You've told
I would
me.
have recorded it off my phone and just sent you the
Angus
audio
has taught me a
file.
couple of skills, and one of them is that it's okay to have good things and bad things, right, about us, because I think if we focus on those good things, great things can foster out of them, and I can't say this enough. If you focus on good will happen. But yeah, thanks for setting this up, man. This is so cool.
We appreciate it a lot.
Yeah,
it's a pretty sick setup, and it gives us exactly what we need to help everyone else. So
yeah, I think so. Look, a bit more about us. I think George has has an overall very diverse background. And this is why his social skills are so good. And understanding how to use those social skills is probably the biggest and most important thing to be able to progress and grow. And myself, I think I've tried to diversify extremely quickly at a young age. And the way I see it is, it's okay because you've got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll be honest.
This is our time.
Yeah.
When you think about it, your 20s, this is your opportunity to make that, milk this life for absolutely everything. Don't just waste it away. Just this is now. This is the time to do this stuff. So
Yep.
look, if you're thinking outside the box, do it. Just do it now. Like not when you got kids and married. Not to say that you can't do it when you've got that sort of stuff, obviously. But when you're low with responsibility, why not to like take those risks? You've got nothing to lose.
100%. Look, I've done that, and this is what I'm trying to exercise as much as I can. I diversified into real estate.
Yeah. And you have absolutely hit the ground running with that, dude.
Yeah, literally hit the ground, and I just started running.
Dude, I can't believe, like, every time like at least once a month when we have our meeting, you're like, yeah, I've got this new property. I got another property.
Dude,
I went away.
That's crazy.
Oh, bro, I did something on the weekend. I just got another property. you buy more properties than I change my socks. That's a bad analogy.
I was going to say, that's some nasty socks.
And I'm a podiatrist. I should know about hygiene.
Yeah, you know how about hygiene. Look, and that's exactly what it is. Did something happen to it? Oh, cool. Yeah, I think look, for me, and that's what I've tried to do. I've tried to take those risks.
How and why? Sorry to interrupt. How?
Yeah.
Why and how real estate? Look, I'm big into investing in one of the ways, and like you got to learn. You have to know a lot to get into real estate.
100%.
I know you can always utilize people to get in.
Yeah.
But it's still that's a high risk investment out of all the things that obviously I and you invest in, and we chat about all of that.
Yeah.
That's probably the most high risk out of.
Oh, you're saying because it takes such a big chunk of what you've got.
It's
great.
It's a big investment. Sorry, it's a proportionate investment. Whereas other things, stocks, crypto, forex, you can dabble in it.
Yeah.
Like
I get you.
$1,000.
Wow, that's a great comment, man. Actually, I've never. You know what? This is why, because I've never even thought of it like that way. That's so
Not
trippy.
to say that if I didn't have the money to do it, I wouldn't. But it's still, you got to think like. When people buy their first house, they're indebted for 30 years.
Wow, that's what they feel like. Look, I understood real estate very differently. I was extremely lucky because I was surrounded by great people buying great real estate, and my parents were always trying their best. In all honesty, they were trying to save up as much money as they could, and they did very well for themselves. Put themselves in the right daily occupation and invested. Not heavily, just invested, 2 or 3 properties. I don't know, it could be slightly more. But look, I was around that. So then as soon as I started to accumulate a little bit of money from, starting the foot and ankle clinic, I was like, I need to invest this. I only knew how to invest one way because of what I was surrounded by, was real estate. I didn't even know what I was doing the first time. I bought my first property, we're in 2022, started 2022. I bought my first property in 2019, mid 2019. It's only been a year and a year. Wow.
That was bad math,
whoa.
man.
Yeah, oh my God.
That's 3
2020,
years.
Sorry, I bought mine, 2020. So it's been about a year and 3 quarters, and we're at 19 properties now. 19.
Wow.
After my first one, I learned a little bit. I made a massive risk.
Learn how to buy 18 more in 2 years. That's what you learned.
Literally. And I bought a block of units. My second property, I bought a block of units, 5, right on the beach at Taraji. And that's when it all kicked off.
But
it really did.
So you've kicked off with that huge growth, but
yes,
you also put a company into the way you do housing. What are you doing with the NDIS?
Oh my God, yeah. So that's another company.
When I saw that, I was like, dude, what a way to like
articulate.
Just to marry everything together.
Oh my God, right. I'm so opportunistic that I'll have patients come in and they're there for one problem. I'll find 4 others.
Yeah.
And I create this amazing relationship with them where I'm just starting to fix everything.
And a lot more paperwork for me.
Literally. That was the whole point. I was like, this guy's a good paperwork guy. Get him on. I'm joking. But yeah, like, dude, it's been crazy. So I started the Australian Health Company. And that was like a year and a half ago now. And that's diversified. It started... as one thing, and then it's moved to so many other things in the NDIS space. It's been phenomenal. The level of growth has been exciting, and the level of growth is challenging me because I'm coming up with new ideas, implementing it. We're into short-term accommodation, long-term accommodation. I'm supported independent living. We look at providing greater access to struggling communities in the disability space. So yeah, the Australian health. Look, in short form, what I saw was a lot of disabled people don't live in great housing or environments. They live in group homes. They live in community housing. So I'm taking them out of that housing, buying them new homes, and using their funding to pay. Like theoretically, I'm just using any profit that any company makes then to put back into their own home. And you know, so we're not making any money in that company as a cash basis, but we're helping them with property, which is phenomenal. I think it's
insane.
a great. Yeah, it's such a good model, and I want to help so many more people. And this is why we've started this. I think just to be able to broadcast and honestly use that as a bit of a medium to reflect, I think is cool. But what is even cooler is just now doing it at such a broadcast level. You know, the more people that I can help. You know, I know that this world is really big, and even knowing this, right, starting this company, I'm this little 24-year-old. You know, trying to approach big dog surgeons and the whole lot. And, you know, I don't know if anyone's noticed, you go to your doctor, you go to your surgeon actually, and try and speak to them for more than 15 minutes. They're not going to give you time of day.
No way.
So me to then compete at that level, it's extremely, you know, mentally challenging. And to overcome that, dude, you know, I've been under a lot of pressure my whole life. I was a professional cricketer before that. I've done full-time acting. I did full-time social media. I did, you know, double degree at university. You know, I've done a lot and I'm probably missing one in there.
Full-time acting. No wonder why you're so good at this. And I'm like over here, like sweating, like, dude, like my feet are under here, like shaking.
Like. Yeah, no. So it's been pretty cool, man. Pretty cool journey.
Yeah.
And implementing the process through that's been phenomenal. So, I mean, I'm so excited for this. I don't even know where to start, really. I don't know if we've even started because we've got a bunch of questions to get through as well.
Look, I think there's so many more things that we can unpack in episodes to come because I've got so many questions, so many things and topics we could talk about. I think we do the questions.
Yeah, let's do it, man. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to read them all out.
Let's save this for the people.
Yeah,
the people want this. If we want them coming back, we can't give them everything on the first one.
Oh, you wanna? Okay.
Like we got the questions today. We'll still do the questions, but man, like...
Oh, I get you. I understand.
You got to play your cards close to your chest.
Nah, let's be open.
Look, we're going to be open, but
yeah,
let's use this time to, unpack everything in full.
Yeah. I think once we stimulate as many questions as possible, it will multiply to such a level.
Dude.
Right. It will keep multiplying. Because of these questions, this will spark questions in your mind right now, which you're going to put in the comments below, in all honesty. Oof, let's do it. You read yours and I'll read these ones.
All right. If you had to start again with $0, how would you build your business?
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
The second one, this is probably more direct around you. What are your 4 companies? Why did you set them up? How do you manage it all? That was 3 questions in one question. So that person was getting greedy.
Whoa! Dude. We should just choose one of them.
What are your 4 companies? Let's just do this one now and just get over it.
Okay. Efficiency, bro.
Yeah.
Efficiency. So we've got the Foot and Ankle Clinic of Australia, the Foot and Ankle Clinic of Australia Home, or we call it FACA Home. The first one's called FACA as well. The Australian Health Company, and Residential Company.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why did you set them up?
Are we doing this now?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get right into it?
Oh, you shoot. Let's go. All right. I'll just say the last one and then let's...
Okay.
And what's the 5, 10, 15-year goal / plan?
Okay, cool. Now, I wish I could return them to you, though, but I'll just read 3 more.
Yeah.
Right? We've got heaps in here. We're reading 3 more. These are the 3 I've chosen, right? But we'll then choose who answers what. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw your post about not being told you're good enough at university. How did you overcome? Oh, that's a good one.
It's not a funny question. I was just laughing because I had a lecturer or a teacher at uni that hated my guts, like in the classroom, but loved me outside of it. Like, because I was just that person that always, like, I'm a dumb kid.
Yeah,
like,
me too. Oh,
bro,
to an extent.
Look, I was always like middle to bottom at school.
I was just middle. Yeah.
I was like middle to bottom. I wasn't that good. I essentially just had to make up for that lack of IQ in work ethic. So some like,
interesting.
you know, when people
we're
like,
definitely opposite. Yeah. Wow.
yeah, so no, not me. Like
That's crazy.
Like university, you go to a lecture and it's an hour-long lecture. You walk out, you understand it.
Yep.
I walk out going, what the hell did he just say? And I have to go revise that for at least three times. I have to go over it, read it.
Wow.
I have to like learn about the concepts inside the concept and dissect it and rewrite it and reread it.
Wow.
Bro, that's how I got through university.
Dude,
I'm not smart.
I'm the other way. So all I do is read. All I have to do is read something once,
bro.
And I just memorize that. I just literally memorize it.
I used to hate people like you at school. And
I know, me too.
Secretly,
dude, I used to compete against those people, so of course I hated them as well.
Well, now that I know that, I hate you again.
It's alright. It's alright.
Dude, it's hard.
Love only.
I just don't get it. I have to redo it. Like I was never like that, but I think I was just fortunate that I had a dad that's work ethic was like nuts.
Nice.
Like had me working from like a kid, always like have to wake up at 5 o'clock to study, like all that sort of stuff. Like I hated doing it, and I hated it like the way he did that at the time. But man, I'm thankful for it now. Like now, because 100%. Imagine if I didn't instill that. But I still had the IQ of what I truly do. I wouldn't be where I am now.
No, for sure.
I wouldn't have opened up the opportunity to do the things like go better in high school, get to university, finish university, and go through jobs. Like,
but look at how you're trying now, right? Like how you're trying now. Like, man, it's pretty rare. It comes from a different place. You know, you have to ignore a lot of natural instincts. So from there to now, if you actually reflect back, it's pretty cool. One thing I wanted to say was, how you so good looking, bro? A lot of time. A lot of time.
Look,
because I know that's a heavy focus of yours.
My knowledge does not come easy to me. I am dumb, but these good looks.
Yes.
God just blessed me with these.
Yes. Love it.
He was when he was making me, he was just like,
oof.
Throws a bit of George, a bit of hunky beard, a bit of that shaved dome.
You're just like sprinkled together, you know.
Oh,
literally,
man.
nah, good man. Nah, what I was gonna actually say, I'll actually get to the real stuff now. a lot of these things are fostered from your parents and your family. You know, you mentioned that your dad was a hard worker. Without being around him, you wouldn't have adapted that and pushed that. And the same with me. You know, I picked up a lot of both my parents. They're both very, very good at what they do. You know, I'm a bit more extroverted like my mum, and you know, it's helped me so much because it provided me so much more confidence to be this way. I love being this way. It drives me. It energizes me. I feel young, youthful, and dynamic, which is so important. And do what you're good at. Like whatever you're good at, just do. You know, and that's probably my motto. I've met a couple of amazing people in my lifetime, and to be able to then understand how they operate and what's helped them over a period of time is phenomenal. So, no, man, awesome. I think it's great.
Have you always been an extrovert? Like from a kid?
Always.
Do you always remember being like easy to talk to kids and 100%. Make friends? Bro, I was never like that.
Wow.
No.
Your change is insane. It blows my mind.
I was never.
Your level of change.
Bro, I remember even being 18 and just being like, well, I had a girlfriend at the time, but like I was shy. I was timid. Like I wasn't like, I was always a class clown, but then when I got like, I was never extrovert. I was 100% introvert.
Do you think you're an extrovert now?
100%.
Wow. What's changed? What changed you?
Dude, this sounds like the most vain answer ever.
Okay.
Like it sounds super vain. Like people are like, what a dick. But the gym, like building muscle.
Wow. Okay.
But I don't think it's the whole physical aspect.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of the internal stuff you learn from staying disciplined to being to the gym.
Nice.
When I got into the gym, I was 50 kilos when I was 16.
Whoa.
50 kilos. And then my heaviest I've been is 115.
Wow.
So at one point I'd put on 65 kilos.
Wow.
Still at around still at around like 10 to 12% body fat.
Wow.
So not like fat.
Yeah.
But to be honest, because you build so much confidence at the gym because you keep a promise to yourself.
Yeah.
So by being disciplined to the gym. So having that process, this is a process.
Yeah.
It started when I was 16.
Love it.
I'm 29 now. And I only thought about this the other day when I spoke to someone The longest consecutive break I've had off the gym, like days in a row, was 7.
Wow.
Since I was 16.
So it must stimulate something in your mind. Think about this, right? It must stimulate something in your mind and provide you with such a connection of who you really are, right? That makes you feel so good. That it's made you who you are, man. It's really changed you. And I think that's just recognizing that and recognizing change and how it's been beneficial for you is so important. And I think this is what society forgets to do. They're so uncomfortable. It's so important to be able to endure and look forward to change and be wanting to naturally change. Just follow it, because you're actually going with the flow for once and taking yourself on that pathway of your own journey. You know, it's like a movie for me, man. This thing's like a movie. Some of the things that I've done, even in the last 6 months, have blown my socks off, and I've been the most disciplined I've ever been. You know,
discipline is everything. This year I've focused a lot on discipline. Yeah, I'm reading Jocko Willink's book, Discipline Equals Freedom, at the moment. It's short, it's snappy. And this I'm actually reading paperback.
Wow.
Like I try and make a conscious effort every day to read 10 pages of a book.
Yes.
Like we all listen to audiobooks and podcasts and stuff.
I'm going to listen to that book.
Yeah.
Imagine driving home and listening to that.
Oh, dude, some of the pages in there are so like I feel like I'm ready to run through a wall.
I would be revving my car so hard.
Yeah.
That's how strong I'd feel.
Hey, that new car would sound sick.
Listen, I know, man.
That new car is... Oh, dude. That's my dream car. I told you that.
I know,
man. Blacked out one.
Black. No, I got white.
White's... It's sexy.
Yeah? Do you want to tell them? Or should we keep it a surprise?
No, I think this is for you to tell them. This is your baby at the moment. At the moment.
Yeah. I know. It's like it's going to be gone next week.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. You'd figure out a way to make it beneficial. If it left, it was because it benefited you.
Done it with every car, like 4 cars in a row. I did lose a bit of money on a Model S Tesla, but hey.
Hey, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, I overestimated that car for sure. But it's been...
What did you get, man?
A 2021, ready? White Mercedes. Ooh, getting hot. G-Wagon.
Dude.
Yeah, I love it, man. It's one of my dream cars. Yeah. To do it at 27, that was one of my goals.
Insane.
Yeah, man. And I did it. Look, I actually paid cash for it, to be honest. You know, normally I don't. I paid cash for this just because I had to. But yeah, it works on, all this works on cash flow. So I will end up getting equipment finance on it. But look, to be able to do that, to be able to experience that daily, to be buying the G-Wagon.
That's your daily.
To be buying the G-Wagon after buying a supercar, man, pretty crazy, insane experience.
We'll tell them what the supercar is. You can't just go, I've got a supercar and then just not tell them what it is.
It's a Audi R8. So it's a 2017, man. And these things, so the one I've got is super rare.
Bro, when you drove me in that, like
it's got every option under the sun.
It felt like I was on a ride at the Easter show that made your heart go really fast and
I know,
like your balls just drop a little.
Yeah, your stomach and everything.
Man, it's quick.
Yeah, man, insane car. And look, to be able to experience that I think I bought that at 26. That car, I was 26 still when I bought it, and a big 10-cylinder, every option from factory. It's insanely quick. The sound, the feel, the smell, everything about this car is unbelievable. To have that, you know, for my leisure time is pretty cool. And that's why I say, like, I respect this journey so much, man. Like, in all honesty, like, I'm like so respectful and sort of addicted to just, you know, what next? Like, that's how it feels for me now, man. Like, I'm like, let's just stay disciplined. And like you said, that's why I'm so keen to read that book. I'm going to get that book off you after.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Bro, I'll finish it in the next 2 days. I started it on, let's say, Tuesday. I started on Saturday. I'm halfway through.
Look, I'm reading a book at the moment.
And I worked all Saturday and all Monday.
It's crazy. So that must be that good.
I couldn't put it down when I first started reading. Like,
wow.
It makes you want to go to the next page because you're like, wow, I just took so much away from that.
Whoa.
What am I going to learn in the next page?
Wow.
Like, it's really short, snappy. It's to the point. It's actionable.
Yeah.
Dude. And he speaks about it all the time. I hear him on all the people's podcasts I listen to.
Yeah.
When you think about discipline, it is...
Nice.
It means everything, discipline.
Well, it actually jumps out.
There's nothing without discipline.
Yeah,
You get nothing. There is nothing without it.
It jumps out because on the weekend you sent me a message and you said, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I'm like, damn, man, George must feel good right now. And so that just shows you were so on top of your schedule. It actually made you feel good and sets you in the right tone. If you can do that over and over again on repetition, on consistency, and keep feeding off that and building that momentum.
Yes.
Honestly, it just keeps going.
Dude, just stacking wins. Stacking daily wins.
Oh my God, right?
Bro, people think being successful is hard. It's not it's hard. It's going to take time and effort, but it's not complicated.
Yeah.
It's about stacking small wins.
Oh, for
Having
sure.
actionable daily tasks, doing them, obviously ones that are pushing you in the direction of your goals.
Yes.
Little ones every day, over a week, ticking them off. Bro, I still write on a bit of paper every day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I do 5 tasks that I need to finish and accomplish that day that are going to steer me closer to my goals.
And you know what's
on
funny?
paper, on pen and paper in a book next to my laptop.
Oh my
You
God.
see that bit of paper, that book that's got all the scribbles all over it?
Get out.
It's like a diary, but I've scribbled everything out. That's it.
Oh my God.
It's just all
I didn't even know
things.
that about you.
Yeah, all those
And
little
I see it there
things.
all the time.
But I even put things in like drink, like in between meals, like drink 1 liter of water, like 10 minutes of breathing, read, like all those tiny little things that you're like, yeah, I know they're good for me. I know I should do them. I'll get around to doing that. Just put them in a diary.
Yeah.
And just slot them into your times and just
organise
do
it.
them.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's schedule. Having a schedule is huge.
Dude, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
Like I had
I'm pen and paper. You use a lot of technology for yours.
Yeah.
Your schedule's...
I actually have to commend my girlfriend because at the time when I was getting busier, she's like, hey, you need to put this in a calendar. I don't know how you're remembering everything. And oh my word, I'm glad I started doing that. It's such a simple thing. I literally get everything put in the calendar. And to the point now, if it can't be put in the calendar and it's a task, I get it emailed to me.
Yeah.
And I'm on my emails constantly all day long. It's turned into an all day thing because there's so much activity in a healthy way. We just started a project management system internal within our company just to streamline that a bit. But I'm on there all the time, and that's how focused I am to be able to go, hey, this is my schedule, this is what I do, and this is what I'm up to. It's measurable, man. It is really measurable.
Now I know why you get me to do all the work here in the clinic.
That's right.
Because you're doing emails all day.
I literally am. Dude, I actually am.
You're in the room next to me. I'm trying to treat patients. I just hear you dictating all day.
Oh
just
my God,
talking
what?
to yourself. No one's in the other room. You're just talking to yourself.
You could
into
hear
your phone.
that?
Yeah, man.
I thought I got privacy for a second. Nah,
Dear
it's cool.
diary.
Yeah.
Today I am happy with
I am
George.
feeling like this. No, man. I'm honestly, yeah. It's been good, and that's how I sort of follow it all. Which is great, I think. And once I sort of am doing that daily, what I wanted to say was this, right? Out of all those wins, even if you had an F, 1 fail or 2 fails, you've had so many wins that day. Mm-hmm. You're like, I've had this and this happen. It's okay. Right? That's how it feels, man.
Yeah.
That's how focused you should be on wins. Dude, I wake up and like this morning I actually put it on my story. And if you guys haven't looked at my story, get to my story on Instagram. The Parasher is my username. And what's yours?
GH Milner.
GH
Mine's
Milner.
on private at the moment, but we're doing this. I'll open it up.
Yeah, he's going to be spontaneously open to you guys. So just be lurking around his profile.
I'm opening up.
Yes.
I'm opening up.
See, he's going through change. But on my story, I literally put this. I felt very bad this morning, had a migraine. And, it's not that rare. It's very rare for me to try and talk myself out of my routine or going to work out or getting out of bed and being full of energy. It's hard, man. I understand. And I had one of the best workouts in a long time. And I just had to overcome, right? Yeah. And I said, look, just start getting the wins now, buddy. And all I did was I just got 2 or 3 wins. I felt insane. And that's just fueled the rest of the day for my first 30 AM meeting.
Though? How does when you do something that you really don't feel like doing, but then when you finish it, you never feel like not doing it afterwards. You always feel motivated afterwards. Dude. So all it is literally taking that step.
Yeah.
to just do what you don't want to do. Like
When
you catch yourself
right.
thinking, I want to do this, you need to have somewhat of a production pivot.
Yes.
So you need to pivot into production. And I think like taking action immediately.
Yep.
So just going, oh, I really don't want to do it. No.
Yeah.
Like think of that as like a switch, like
Yep.
where you just click, go, okay, I'm going to take action into doing what I don't want to do.
Yes.
Because knowing afterwards, you're going to have immediate satisfaction.
Yep.
And yeah, I think just actually catching yourself like that, and you're good at, you've done this long enough to be able to catch yourself. And obviously when you start getting into this mindset, you're going to have fails.
Oh, for sure.
Don't beat yourself up over them.
Yep.
Like
Two things has helped me.
it happens to everyone.
Yep.
Even me. There's days that I don't win.
Yep.
There's days that I put 5 things on and I get 3 and I'm like,
Yep.
Or that I don't tick something off I need to. I
Yep.
don't beat myself up over it. I just go, I recognize that I didn't get all my tasks done today. Was that poor
Right.
time management? Did unexpected things come up? Did I spend too much time on something else? Did I not?
Great, man.
Did I not delegate enough in the clinic? Did
Yep.
I try to take too much on? Did I spend too much time in the gym, which I do a lot, and my girlfriend hates it. I'm always like, one more set. And then like 40 minutes later, she's like, you said one more set. I'm like, yeah, one more set.
That's funny.
She's like, I'm leaving.
Addicted to the pump.
Yeah. But I think not beating yourself up over like losses. Just recognize it. Why you didn't get it done. Move forward.
Yep.
Just start again. On to the next day. New task. Do it again. Let's go.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter in the end of the day.
No.
But look, that's why we're here. Was there 2 more questions?
Yeah.
And then let's pick some and let's get into it, man. Look.
I want this one. I want to give this one to you.
Yeah.
Because I'm
I'll choose one
interested.
from there.
I'm interested in this as well.
Okay.
What's the 5, 10, 15 year goal / plan?
Oof.
I'm really interested in this.
Wow.
If you asked me that, I probably would have been a little bit put on the spot.
Wow. So 5, 10, 15?
Yeah. Because they're big jumps. Like,
I don't even know what's going to happen in 5 months. Think about what
that's
we've done
me.
in 5 months.
Do you
Wow.
think about 12 months in advance? Is that
Yeah,
sort of
look, first time ever. I started following this guy. His name's Oscar, and he's like, I want a goal set. I normally goal set. Sorry, and I'm like, I've never set goals. And look at all the things that I've done, how diverse and amplified they've been. I'm like, I'm gonna set some goals because I sort of know what happened last year.
Wait, you don't set goals?
No, I just like go at 100% on everything. I just go, man. So I set some goals, and dude, the crazy goals, for this year. If I went through all of them, we'd be here forever. But, I pretty much just try to double everything that we're doing now. Double the revenue of FACA, which is going to benefit everyone. And that's what everyone needs to recognize. My goals directly stimulate everyone as well, So that's why I want to double FACA home revenue as well, which is catching up so quick, with that. And then I want to double the amount of properties from a business perspective. I want to double the amount of staff. I want to literally double everything.
Yeah, man.
That's my goals for 12 months. So 5 years, just to quickly now get to the point. I have no idea, to be honest. Where I want to be is...
That's exactly what I would have said.
Yeah, I want to be extremely established property investor, business investor. I want to create more technology. I've already created one software for the aged care space named Health Claim Australia. So I want to create more technology, definitely. But and then I want to be able to be recognized to be able to help others, find whatever they want. And as I said, the world is so big, this space is so big. Find whatever they want to achieve, implement the same ideas, and go for it. Go for it. If you want to do what I do, let's do it, bro. Like, come join the podiatry space. It'd be great.
Yeah, we need staff.
Yeah, like get into this space, bro.
We literally do.
Other people are like, don't tell them everything. I'm like, come join us.
Man,
this is crazy right now.
We have so much stuff going on here at FACA.
Yeah.
Dude, every time I come in, I'm like,
another thing.
Danielle's coming at me, Angus is coming at me, you're coming at me, Robin's coming at me, and I'm like, good morning. I'm like,
just waking up after yesterday's gym session. Give me a break, guys.
Can you speak up? I've got a pump.
Angus, do you feel like that, honestly? Some days you're like, where the hell is this coming from? Or
Sometimes.
yeah, it's crazy. Like,
oh, man.
Nah, so that's where I want to be. 10 years, I want to be able to allow people to invest into what I'm doing, what we are doing as a group. Even into this podcast one day, we are going to make some sort of, join on this NFT space. People will be able to join this journey, 100%. And that's where I want to be in 10. In 15, obviously, I want to be, and this is me being real. I want to also be able to look after a family autonomously, my family autonomously. Yeah. That's what I'd love in 15, and be able to see, people around me involved in my life, my parents who've brought me up, whatever it may be, to be able to go, wow, like this journey has been cool, and it's because of all his thought processes creating action. And that's what excites me the most. I just want to be real, to be honest. But in 15, I still want to be able to be real as I can be, for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, huh?
That's good.
Love it.
How are we going for time?
We're at 51 minutes.
All right, let's wrap up, bro.
I think let's wrap this up.
I'm going to ask you one. All right. It's pretty cool.
I actually had a thought about this one when I was reading it.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one?
The top one.
If you had to start again, oh yeah. I'm going to say this, we're not going to answer it. Sorry, guys. If you want to come up with a variation, let's do it. If you had to start again with $0, how would you build your business? Insane question. I could talk about that for half an hour.
Yeah. But and there's a lot of variables to that. You got to think, like, is that with the knowledge you have now?
Yes.
Or is that like starting again from zero without the knowledge you have now? Or
no, it'd be with the knowledge you have now, but starting at $0.
I would be doing so much more differently.
Right? When you start at 0, it's the easiest.
With the knowledge I have now, I nearly knocked this out.
With the knowledge you have now.
Yeah.
Think about this. I want to just turn this into a real life situation. Imagine I just wanted to change and jump out of podiatry or change something. Honestly, guys, it would affect a lot of people here. Right? They'll be like, this guy's freaking insane. He's crazy. And imagine I'm like, all right, we're not doing podiatry anymore. We're doing this. That could happen, right? But I've got so much more to lose, so many more people to affect. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Get what I'm saying?
Don't do that, man. I'm
Imagine I'm like, that's it, no more. We're doing something else. Let's all get into technology. Imagine I said that. We'd be like, what the hell? Where did my job go? Right? So like, honestly.
Don't do that.
Yeah, like if I was at 0, it would be so different, you're right, and it would be so much more exciting with this knowledge. But the only way to attain knowledge is by trying it, by investigating.
And starting from 0.
Remember that word, investigating?
Investigating?
Today. Do a bit more investigating. Inside joke. It's all right.
And I don't even know.
Remember this? Like, why am I always investigating things?
I wasn't investigating. Yeah, dude.
That's right.
You fully are now, though.
Yeah, it's full on. Absolutely full on. I don't know how, but I'm a very good investigator now. So, I'll investigate everything. As well. It's bad. It's really bad. But look.
It sounds psycho.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask this one to you, right? You're gonna wrap up with this absolute cracker.
Mad.
I saw your post about not being told you're good enough at university. How did you overcome?
And so that was you? So you got told you weren't good enough at university? So was that directed at your story?
You or me?
Oh, it was one of ours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know whose that is.
Oh, okay. I didn't read. I just forget them. Mine's interesting. And look, I don't want to say this to make my parents sound bad. My mum was super encouraging my whole life. My mum always, and still to this day, absolutely. When I tell my mum I'm going to do, like, I told her at Christmas, I was like, by 35, like, I'll be driving around in a Lamborghini Urus. I'm going to buy you. I'm going to buy you a Range Rover. Like, all these things. Like, my mum didn't even question or laugh. Like, she's like, I know you will. My mum is
same as mine.
My mum, and she's always been like that. She is like, I know. Like, I believe you.
Oh my God, dude! It feels like we're living the same life.
Oh, it makes me like fuzzy on the inside.
Yeah.
No, but she seriously has. My dad, on the other hand, look, I love him, but he's a hard taskmaster, dude. And I think that was because of his dad as well, just being a hard ass.
Yeah.
It was always like, you get a B, why wasn't it A? Like,
Interesting.
I did this, why didn't you get higher? You scored 5 goals in water polo. Why wasn't it 10?
Oh my God, that's tough.
I was always chasing my tail with him.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
never satisfaction. And look, that's not. I think that's purely a reflection of the way he was brought up. So
Yeah.
that's how he knew how to manage a son. Like
Yeah.
it's. And look, but in saying that, I also think it's good because it lights a fire under my ass. It's like I want to say to my dad, "I told you so."
Wow.
Like it's sort of like.
Interesting.
I'm not going to be made to be told I'm not good because I'm going to prove you wrong.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Honestly, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's like, I think that's somewhat ego,
Yeah.
but if that's ego, that's ego. It drives me to success. It drives me to accomplish things and do things that people don't think I can. So
Yeah.
look, I think if people are sort of hinting or have said those sort of things, like we can never control what other people say to us. So you just got to, I think something we all have to recognize is that anything external shouldn't affect how you feel internally. So don't ever take on environmental factors
Love it.
to dictate your emotions. You control your own emotions. So yes, that's someone's opinion. Use it as fuel. Use it as fuel to throw it back in their face. Like, well, okay, you don't believe in me. I can do this.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself because
That's exactly right.
If someone's done something, you can do that as well.
Well, look, I think
if what one man can do, another can do.
Yes, and I think
that's a quote from somewhere, but I don't know
really?
where. Yeah.
No, and I agree
though.
with you.
It's true. Like, understand that people have an opinion, but recognize that you're capable of doing a lot more than you think, and someone's perception of your ability to do things, it shouldn't be a thought. It should be. That's completely up to you. So. Use it how you want. Use it as fuel. Take it in, absorb it. Recognize that people aren't going to be supportive of you, and that's just a fact of life, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people around that are here to like pat you up the bum. Like you got your family. Even some of them might even look like. Just remember, like this is for you. Make yourself proud. I see the background on your phone every day.
Yeah, make myself
proud. I'm
proud.
gonna put that in a frame. Put that somewhere here.
Yeah,
I love
make
that.
yourself
Make
proud.
yourself proud.
That's one of my major. I've got many major quotes.
I love that, bro.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
That one's a good one.
Make yourself, 3 words. I had to count that on my head. 3 words.
It's good, bro.
That's 3 words. Think it.
Make yourself proud, man. I seen
that.
that when I went on a placement one time, and I was in a tough situation. I didn't like being out of home, and I had to go in this uni placement, and I went to this country town, not the best place, because it was just so far away from home and so different. Anyway, long story short, I seen this quote in a gym there, and I've carried that quote because I know how that made me feel. And if I make myself proud, no one's going to stop me. And look, I was going to touch on this, right? Everyone gets to that place of self-confidence and belief their own individual way. Right? Everyone has a slightly different process, and that's why we're making this so we can all collaborate.
Yeah.
However, my process is very different, and if I go off ego, right? If I dwell into my ego, I go the wrong way. I'm so people think I'm egotistical because I'm confident sometimes, and they mistake that. Because if I wanted to flex, I could really flex. Yeah, man. really
but
flex.
People don't understand, when you do that stuff, that's just your life.
It's just my life.
When people put stories
open about
up,
it.
that's
just
just his life. That's just what he lives. It's not him flexing on his stuff.
No, because all I do is work.
It's just what you live.
Yeah.
Do you walk outside and hop in a G-Wagon to drive home? Yes.
Yeah.
Same as anybody else that would
It's not like I take this G-Wagon to some places to be seen or
hire it and take photos in front of it.
Take photos. It's just part of my life.
Drive.
100%. But I'm just open about it. I love being open. I feel great.
Transparency is huge. It builds a lot of trust, man.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Dude, don't get me wrong. I go through dull moments, but honestly, when I'm on, and I try and be on it all the time. And like you said, a lot of your values, it touches me because I do that and I understand it, right? That's why I get you so much. All I do is focus on W's just day to day.
Yeah.
Day to day. If I lack at something, I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm not going to let that happen again. And we make mistakes, guys. I know I make mistakes against myself at all times. So I'm always competing against myself. But, it's so exciting because when you do, reward yourself and you are hitting those wins, you are feeling good about yourself, it's momentum building. It's life changing. And just to cap off that question, right, so you going through that obviously got you through university, kept egging you on, keep pushing you through. And that's pretty much like me, but I'm just building momentum from other avenues in a positive way.
I think that was where sort of not being good enough stemmed from, I never get those feelings now. I think you build enough confidence to get to a point where you truly, and I think that confidence is built by keeping promises to yourself.
Yeah.
So by finishing things, you build a lot of confidence. Because if you say you're going to do something, you write it down, this is a goal, and you finish it.
Yeah.
You build a lot of confidence because you just kept that promise.
100%.
If I said to you, oh, Sanjay, I'm picking you up from your house at 5 this Arvo, and I didn't come. Next day I didn't come. Would you trust me?
No way.
But that's the same as,
Consistency.
Exactly.
So how could you trust yourself?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Say.
So if you say, oh, I'm going to go to the gym today.
I'm shook.
Didn't go to the gym today. Didn't go. Gym. You didn't keep that promise to yourself. How can you trust yourself? So why should you have confidence if you don't trust yourself?
Dude, I'm shook.
So to build confidence, keep promises to yourself.
That's all it is. It comes down to trust.
There's probably a lot more of that, but that's a big component. Huge component.
I love it, man. I love it.
This has been
life-changing.
Yeah. So now I don't have those doubts because I've done it so many times with so many different things.
It's really cool.
Businesses, jobs, sports, opportunities. I've done what I said I'm going to do. So I know if I set another goal, like a 1 week, 1 month, I get confident because I know I'm going to do it. I know I'm going to do it.
Yeah, 100%.
So regardless if someone was like, oh, you can't do that. Bro, I had no right starting a global medical device distribution
100%.
company. I had no right. I didn't know anything to do with business.
Wow.
I knew nothing, but I did it anyway.
Yep. And you named it Milner Biomedical.
Yeah. How original.
That's how intense you went into it, bro.
Yeah, Milner Biomedical. I wanted to blend it with my business partner's last name, but funnily enough, he was like, no, I want this to be about you.
Oh,
so he's an older dude. Have you ever read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki?
I'm reading a book called Shoe Dog, and it's about the story of how he started Nike.
Yeah.
But it sounds almost like that.
So I'm not going to say it, but Rich
Kiyosaki, Dad, mine's about a Japanese, so that's why I thought.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah. So he's a Japanese investor.
Okay.
You'd like his stuff. He's huge on real estate.
Yeah.
So
Love real
Rich
estate.
Dad, Poor Dad. There's a Rich Dad and Poor Dad, and after I read that book, I was like, my dad's poor dad, like not poor, it's not poor as in he doesn't have money. It's a mindset thing.
Yeah.
As in poor in mindset, rich in mindset. It's not actually money, dollars.
Yeah.
When you read the book. And Connell, my business partner, he's Rich Dad. He has taught me so much, and he gave me I got this opportunity. Funny enough, I got this opportunity in the weirdest way. I was personal training at 4:00 in the morning. Every day.
Only real OGs get at that time.
And I did that to him for 12 months while he analyzed me to see if he wanted to go in business with me.
Far out.
Then offered me an opportunity as soon as to start our own business when I got offered a 150 grand a year job as another medical device company.
Yeah.
I got offered that job and I told him, and he goes, you can do that, or do you want to start one with me?
Yeah.
So I walked away from 150k plus car, all that stuff, to start a business with no guaranteed of whatever.
I just thought of the best idea. If you want to find good people, this is what I'm hearing. If you want to find great people that are going to be motivated about your idea and you know they're going to have the work ethic, hire a personal trainer that's going to train you at 4:00, and here's your guy.
Yeah.
Because who's going to wake up at 4:00?
Every day.
Some different person, some different type of inside does that.
I didn't wake up. I PT'd him at 4. So I was waking up at 10 to 3 in the morning and driving 45 minutes from the northern beaches to Concord.
Wow.
Bro, I'd sometimes get there and I was like still asleep. Like, how did I get here?
Wow. Bro, like honestly, but that's the best play. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So look out, PTs. We're after you.
Yeah, get some motivation about you.
Yeah, get into it.
But look, Angus, how long has this been going for? We've been talking for so long.
Okay,
look, I think an hour is good, man.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. I think that feels natural. We had a ton of questions. There was way more, as an example, and one of them as an example, which we may answer later on. Or you can now you guys have to do a little twist to it actually, and twist this so we can answer it. What are your 4 companies? Why did you set them up? How do you manage it all? Great questions. There's 3 in there. And there's a bunch more that we can then try and list in the next podcast. But I want to say, man, thank you so much for doing this. Thanks Angus. This has been insane.
Thanks,
If there's one little bit of information or the inside of me that I can share is just try and be a bit more productive with your time. I started just listening to audio books, and it's definitely opened up my perspective. So just be more productive with your time. Just see how you can better yourself, and I think you'll really enjoy the journey a lot more. And that's literally part of the process. Anything else, George?
I want to say, look, if today gave you any perspective, you got any value, or we made you laugh, or anything good, share this with someone that you think would find value in it as well. Look, we want as many people as possible to reach this and have the possibility to ask questions. Share it with someone that you think might get some benefit out of it.
Yeah,
I think that's
I agree.
because
Well, we're sharing right now as well, so let's actually continue that sharing trend. You actually feel good about it. Just try this for a second. If you're watching, just share it to one person, and it doesn't cost you anything. Just go, hey, this might benefit you. Just know how that feeling feels, because I get an exciting buzz, and not even that. The after effect of sharing, it actually has physiological benefits. Psychological benefits, the chemical reactions in your brain, which it elicits, are insane. And the amount of serotonin that you'll actually increase and feel is phenomenal, and that just keeps fostering great thoughts. So let's share, guys. I think it's going to be great. I can't wait till the next one. This has been sick, bro.
Appreciate you guys.
Cheers, bro.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Catch ya. Woo.